When I first got into debate, my first actual debate following the format was against a senior member of the debate team named Gary. And Gary was a giant research buff. He was the type that had a piece of evidence for everything from the most credible sources. Varsity debater at the time when I just freshly joined junior varsity. And I walked home from that debate thinking that I would never debate again because I would never approach that level. But eventually, I stuck to it. I went to my first tournament and I lost pretty badly to my debate captain. And then I went to another tournament and then I lost at that tournament to my debate captain again. So debate is really about losing a bunch and then still knowing that you'll be able to improve and that eventually at one point you'll be better than the people that beat you. And I think the desire to improve upon my debate skills as well as my just love for debate in general kept me going, and that's the only reason I'm where I am right now.
Okay, first I need to clarify he stole my script, so I actually have nothing to say right now except words from the bottom of my heart. I am going to talk to you. He stole that from my script too. Now, I want to talk to you about something that everybody has encountered in their debate career. It's partners. The people who know my debate career in high school knows that I change a partner every single tournament. They are either not good enough for me, or they are not good enough for me. I don't know, there are a lot of options. But the thing is, after a few tournaments, I started to realize that it is not that the partners are not good enough for me. I pretty much went through the top field levels of Beijing debaters. Like, there is no way that I couldn't find a partner in all that talent. The root cause was me. Because when you debate, you gotta be a team player. When you debate, there's this section, okay? There's this part called the Grand Crossfire. How many of you cut off your partner's answer or question in the middle of Grand Cross? Raise your hand, honestly. How many of you have ever cut off your partner? There we go. We got a couple of high fives in the call. Yes. Because that's what happens. And I can tell you, when I am judging this, and when I was being judged by other people, the knowledge, the thing we say is, don't interrupt your partner. That's very simple. But it talks about respect. Between debate partners, you gotta have mutual respect. You gotta have a mutual trust. You have to believe your partner can handle whatever his part or her part may be. You gotta believe that the first speaker can handle the hardest speech in public forum, the summary, and can produce a fantastic constructive, can handle the first crossfire. And the first speaker gotta believe that the second speaker can do the rebuttal against the opponent constructive, can say things in the second crossfire if the first one goes wrong. That he can deliver the last speech in the debate to make this a great ending. Partners gotta trust each other. And I didn't do that, not until nationals. It was actually my partner. Actually, we had a small fight. She was like, "Stop telling me what to do. I will do things how I want to do things." And that worked out pretty fine. She also ended up telling me to do a few things, and I listened, and it also worked out pretty fine. You know, I learned to respect the ability, the capability of other people. And I feel like when you want to succeed in debate, you gotta believe in your partner. So to those who have XXX partners, word of advice: settle down, become a good couple, find love in your hearts, being 100% serious. Believe in your partner, and you will feel growth in yourself as well. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So I really want to talk about what I've got from debate in the past 3 years. And I just wanted to start with this one story. I was sitting at my host family's Thanksgiving dinner this year, eating turkey and saying things that we're thankful in this entire year. And suddenly this couple sitting right across the table starts asking questions about me. The first question was, how do you think of America? And I really wanted to say that I think that America is a great continent, but do you mean United States of America? There is a certain arrogancy in claiming the United States of America as America, because America consists of North America and South Africa. But that is not the point. The point being that they started questioning Trump's immigration policy. And they started claiming that illegal immigrants take away their jobs and they infiltrate the society and they do all sorts of bad things to the people of the United States. And that just all took me back to the last resolution, where we argued that on balance, legal barriers to immigration are more harmful than beneficial to society. I know it gave some of you a hard headache because of things that I don't know, but the point being that that's the moment I started questioning what I got away from debate from these 3 years. I think the first answer that comes up to my mind is the scope and the depth of my knowledge. Because when I start talking about immigration, when I start rebutting them, I was like, well, Mr. and Mrs., let's start by asking this question. Why do those immigrants come to the United States first? Do they want to just come here and then be thrown into the jail? Or do they want to come here to seek for a better life? And research actually shows that immigrants community actually has a lower crime risk because, of course, they're not here to commit crimes. They want to be safe and they want to earn money to send back to their families. And it also involves the stereotypes that we impose on these people, the very people that are very underprivileged and very underrepresented in every society all across the world. Mexicans, Asian, African Americans, or just Africans. So I think that's the first thing that comes up to my mind when I start questioning myself what I got away from debate. Is that I started caring about things, and I know things that I won't even ask in the past because I myself is not an immigrant. I don't need to smuggle myself across the border because I'm privileged enough. But by asking why, and by participating in debate, I think it gives you the chance to view the world differently and to see other people's life. When you know that all the lipsticks and all the cosmetic products you use have to undergo animal testing in China. That means endless suffering of all the animals that could be easily replaced by safe and reliable alternatives. Or what about the developing countries that are suffering from this climate change? That one of the people that are in the position of power won't even acknowledge its very much existence. So that's the first thing, the scope of things and the depth of knowledge. And also the compassion that comes along with it. So that when I heard the lower end people are removed out of their inhabitants forcefully in Beijing 2 months ago, or 1 month ago, I was infuriated. I was even more infuriated when my friends said that they deserve it. No one deserves such treatment. They are inhumane and they shouldn't suffer this. But why? That's what makes a difference if you are a debater. We not only show our compassion, we're not only compassionate and sympathize with people, we also inquire why. Why are they removed? Why are they not allowed to stay in the city? Why are their kids denied the access to education, which could completely change their life? I think that is the question that we need to beg questions for. And if you open up your news app, you read stories like that, and that does not stir you to any extent, I think you shouldn't be a debater. You shouldn't be a human being, because we ought to be compassionate. And that being said, I think logic really matters in debate. What debate has taught me is not only compassion, the desire to inquire, but also the courage to inquire and the courage to take a fall and know that I can stand back on my feet. I have to say that I'm disappointed at some of the debaters I've judged today. Because you know that you made some mistakes, that you know you can improve upon your performance, but you never came to me after the round. And you never cared to inquire how you could improve on yourself. And you never care about this resolution itself. You care about winning, you care about losing. I'm not saying that's not right. That its very existence speaks to its legitimacy. I remember me sitting here a year ago, 2 years ago, thinking, oh my God, what have I done today? Did I win or did I lose? But at the end of the day, I want to tell you that it does not matter whether we win or lose. What matters is that whether today's experience has caused a profound influence on you. Whether now you know more about things, about world, about people that you have never intended to know. And I think that's what I've taken away from the debate. The scope, the depth of knowledge, compassion, desire, and courage to inquire. And I really wish that, I know that all of you have worked so far, you've prepared so much to come to this tournament, but don't be discouraged at the end of the day if you don't make it to elimination, because by being here and by dedicating to the whole thing, you've already accomplished something. And I want to leave you with one question to think in the future. What should I do to make this world a much better place? I know that's really cheesy, but that is really a question of great significance. Thank you.